I love that bye.
Oh, for sure. Double bye to the quarterfinals. Geno Ford didn't get that. His team has the 7th seed, but an impressive win over Northeastern last night by 10. His Seawolves have won 4 of their last 5. Their second CAA tournament. Got a first-round win last year and a first-round win this year. Talented team, veteran team for Stony Brook. They've been in big moments like this before.
You know, most of the year they had 5 grad student starters, and now they've taken Fitzmaurice out of the lineup and inserted Mado, who's also, you know, a 5th-year kind of guy. So this is a veteran team, and they feel like they can make that run.
8th-year Zach Spiker, 2021 CAA champs. He told us, yes, we do think about that win in Harrisonburg a couple years ago, but not a big point of it in terms of watching film and reviewing it. There are some key players who were on that team 3 years ago who are back here tonight going for another title. We're underway. One and only meeting between these two teams was a classic, a shootout, 90-86 Drexel in Philly. That was on February 29th. The rematch unfolds here tonight.
And I think having those guys who've been through that championship experience is worth something.
3 key guys won a title. Miss for Stevenson Moore to begin play here tonight.
In a league full of really good point guards, Justin Moore is outstanding. 3rd team, and this is such a deep league at that spot.
Here's Williams looking for a roll. Back iron doesn't drop for him.
Best player on each team with the first shot. That's the way it should be. Coaches like that.
Turned over. Stony lost the handle. And it comes away to Drexel. Justin Moore, sophomore, 3rd team All-CAA this year. Oakrust team captain again. Good feed down low. Finish for Monroe.
Oakrust, that coach on the floor. What a beautiful backdoor pass.
Clark, fantastic last night against Northeastern in the first round. No hesitation for the transfer from Sacred Heart. Spin move, it's Mito for 2.
And again, that was off the penetration by Aaron Clark. Got to stay in front of those guards if you're Drexel.
Cut for Oakrust. House trying to find the handle. 13 to shoot here for Drexel. They settle down here in the half court. Oakrust with 5. Here's House, up top. Whoa! Deep drain, whole celebration for Luke House.
Nearly a 40% three-point shooter. Known more for his work ethic than his three-point shooting, but that was a big one right there early in this game.
Zach Spiker raved about the amount of time that Luke House puts into his pregame preparation throughout the week. Sometimes 2 workouts a day when they practice.
Calls him the
morning
machine.
Practice and then an evening workout. And Clark delivers from deep. Couple threes from the star guards of each team.
Clark with 19 last night was 3 of 7 from long range.
Huge factor. Monroe spins, reverse layup, not there, and Stony. Defensive glass for Stony Brook. Clark again, good penetration. Stony, tough pass to catch. Mito just inside the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, the penetration again breaks the defense down, disrupts the coverage, and Madu has been the beneficiary twice.
7+ points a game. 2nd for Mito on the team in rebounding. A great start offensively. Williams to take. No finish to the rebound. Amari, stick back for 2.
He is really a dominant player on both ends of the floor. He sets up their defense by protecting the rim. And on the offense, he's a good facilitator.
Clark step back, coach. Tough shot, way long. Rebound from Monroe. For Moore, who's running. Floating, hitting. Lucas Monroe.
The pin transfer. They call him the energy guy on that team, on a team full of energy guys.
No shortage of energy on a Zach Spiker coach team, that's for sure.
No, not allowed.
That is Coach Spike by definition. Here's Noel, the old school YMCA game. Case in point, scoop to the hoop for two. He's done it again.
Right
what a
where he
move.
left off. Beautiful play. If you don't like to watch him play, you don't like basketball.
Oh, man. Super old school, super good. Monroe left alone. The scout says he can't shoot that. You know what? He can shoot it.
2 for 5 coming into this game. Only his 6th 3 of the year.
Wow. 3 threes on the season. Well,
50%, we may have to change the scouting report.
The SeaWorld players are listening to the coaches, right? Hey, we're told on the scout, leave him alone. He buries it anyway. Stevenson Moore won't get a lot of room, that's for sure. Over Oakers, tough shot. It was challenged. Loose change rebound. Monroe's off to a great start here. Moore in traffic. Waits for Williams to set up. Moore, good handles on Stevenson Moore. Wow. Pump fake, foul. And free throws coming up for Justin Moore, third team All-CAA when we return to DC.
There's the penetration, kick out, wide open, leave him alone. He's only shot 5 all year. Mistake.
Jersey Mike's CAA Men's Basketball Championship is brought to you by UNCW's Cameron School of Business, providing students with the business education they need to succeed. Visit us online to learn more about our world-class programs. And by Jersey Mike's, a sub above. We saw the Washington Mall reflecting pool from the Lincoln Memorial. Great view, great city, and the tournament continues here with the two mascots going head-to-head. I'm going to take the Dragon with fire.
Yeah, I think if the Wolfie can get in close quarters, he has a chance. But you're right, that fire is tough.
Generally. It was a friendly little head-to-head square-off there. Good sportsmanship.
So far.
12-9 early. What are your early impressions here, Mac, of the game here?
Now, you know, both teams come out really with the energy that you would anticipate with the semifinal berth on the line, and both teams kind of feeling each other out right now.
Drexel 20-11 this year, 13-5 in league play. Second seed, despite that great start to the year for Zach Spiker's bunch. One more free throw for Moore. But right now, the Charleston train is cruising down the tracks. They've won 10 in a row with their quarterfinal win today. Took care of Monmouth en route to the semis.
That'll be a contrast in styles tomorrow. Towson, tough, half court on both ends of the floor. Charleston wanting to get up and down. I can't wait to watch that game.
It's going to be fun. Fitzmaurice, Stanford transfer at 7 feet into the game. First time for Gino Ford. Provides valuable minutes, as Coach McCarthy said, off the bench now.
So enthusiastic about playing. From the time he warms up.
His warm-ups are fun to watch. Noah's fun to watch too. Crates again. This guy's just tough to stop.
Every shot is different. You know how you want repetitions, sameness all the time? He said, the heck with that.
Fourth leading scorer, 10 plus a game. Seawolves have 4 in double figures, and Williams is awesome. Take to the 10 for 2 with a left.
Wow, 6'10", long arm, bouncy.
Only 3-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year in league history. What an honor for Williams, and what a career in Philadelphia for him.
Yeah, he is certainly a special guy.
Does commit the foul, and Garfield Turner, the junior, had a double-double this year against William and Mary, will come in for the first time. Zach Spiker always got to be careful about Williams with the minutes and the foul management. I did notice, Coach, preparing for the game, that he only plays 23 minutes a game, which seems low for a star of that caliber.
Yeah, and preseason player of the year, but he's just not going to put up those kinds of numbers.
And you just know that Gino Ford draws up that play for Stevenson Moore because Williams is out of the game. He can't protect the rim when he's on the bench.
Yep, Garfield
nice take
Turner
for 2.
there. Not the same defensive presence.
No doubt. Take to the basket for McGee.
Sixth Man of the Year nominee, most improved player on this team probably from a year ago when he was injured.
Sophomore from Allentown, Pennsylvania. 6 times for him in double figures. And a good bounce for the Dragons off the bench. Stevenson Moore. Fitzmaurice thinking about a 3-ball, the big man. A little short this time. Loose rebound out of bounds, and it sticks with Stony Brook. Sabri Phillip, grad student from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, is in for the first time for Gino Ford here.
Morris doesn't take a bunch of threes, 7 for 24 now on the year. But with that much space, he's going to give it a look.
2 threes between these two teams so far. High scoring game. Threes were raining in Philly the last time these teams met at the end of February. Clark on cue, hits a triple.
Wow. These guards have absolutely continued the same pace of success as they had last night.
Amazing. 10 between Clark and Knoll. And Stevenson Moore's got a bucket. Moore at the rim. Can it from 3. Long follow. Garfield Turner for 2.
Very nice. Kind of known as a defender, not the shot blocker that Williams is, but a really good post defender with his position. But that was a nice second shot.
Clark, nice take. Phillip to the basket. No finish on the baseline layup try. Loose change, tie up, possession goes the other way. You gotta love the want to from Sabri Phillip there, the grad student, with some major effort on the hardwood.
Right down the middle, nobody put a body on him. It talked about them needing to dominate in the paint. That's an example of what they're capable of. That's the backup center doing that.
Matt Spiker told us that Turner would be key off the bench to spell Williams. When it comes to crunch time, we'll see a lot of number 22 in the white jersey.
Little zone action for Stony Brook. Didn't see much of that last night.
I don't think we saw much of it at all.
Bergen's kind of a pass first point guard in now.
Up top, way off the mark. Bergens from the Netherlands. He had a big game against Hofstra earlier this year, had 16 points. Transfer from Oral Roberts. So a lot of subs used by Zach Spiker heading toward the second media timeout. Fry is fouled on the perimeter. Held there by Butler. His first foul leading us to a media timeout in DC. 19-16, second seeded Drexel lead on the Seawolves underway in the quarterfinals tonight. In DC, Dean Knoll overcoming a severe knee injury to return to the lineup for the Seawolves. Carly has more on the veteran guard.
Stony Brook's Gino Ford told us yesterday when the Seawolves win, normally the guard, Dean Knoll, has a fingerprint on it. Knoll matched a career high 23 points yesterday, and Ford told us Knoll has played every single game this year, all the while needing knee surgery. He's not playing 100%, and Ford said in his 25 years of coaching, he's never met a guy who would play through the injury that he has endured, and he said he's tough as nails. Dave, get this, he goes, he's a guy who you'd meet in an alley, think you're safe, and then get your butt kicked. He said Dean Knoll, no days off for him, no excuses ever, and obviously a key factor today for the Seawolves.
A throwback, Smitty, no question about it. He's quite a story. 21 points against Drexel the first time these teams met. That was his first 20-plus point game as a Seawolf. And then 23, as Carly said a moment ago, matching his career best that he had at Cornell, coming from the Ivy League. Gino said to us, Mac, this week, he doesn't need knee surgery after the season. He needs surgery today. He's actually playing in incredible pain, a bulky brace, and somehow gutting through this whole thing.
Yeah, he's amazing. And like we talked about, his skill set is unreal because you drill repetition. The same routine, the same shot every time. He never takes the same shot every time.
So creative. A miss for Clark this time. No out of the lineup for now. Bergens and company on the move here for Drexel, trying to separate a little bit.
Stony Brook staying in that zone right now.
Williams still out for Drexel. Bergens, good ball movement. Up top, a miss. McGee misfires from 3. Rebound for Clark. Stevenson Moore's on the move. Thinking 3. Back iron miss. Fitzmaurice, long rebound. At the elbow for the 7-footer. Here's the big turnaround. He practiced that a lot in warm-ups. Not this time. A jump hook from deep. That's about 12 feet away.
Both Bruce and McGee are the both best perimeter options right now against this zone.
Williams will check in the next end ball. A bounce. McGee, a finish. Great feed from up top from Ncaa Butler.
Didn't settle for the perimeter against the zone. A little back cut into the crease. Anytime you get into the gaps of the zone, you've got a chance to break the coverage down.
McGee off the bench all 30 games for the Dragons this year. He shot 41% from 3 in league play, but effective in tight quarters there for Drexel. Stevenson Moore the ISO, the one-on-one over McGee. Tough shot. Fitzmaurice to handle the rebound. Stevenson Moore, great hustle. Clark loves to slash through traffic. Bailout for Fry. He travels.
Good, solid defensive possession. That's what you expect out of probably the best defensive team in this league. There's the back cut of the wing. Just overloaded the zone. Too many people on that side. Somebody was open. Really nice cut by McGee.
Morgan's a senior from Europe. Plays about 17 minutes a game. That Spiker goes pretty deep on the roster. Chris the off-ball cut. Williams back in at the high post. He'll take that. Lefty, little awkward-looking jumper from about 10. A back iron miss. Look at the hustle. Stevenson Moore kept it alive. Comes right to Clark. A reach by Bergens and a foul. Little too much contact from Jamie Bergens.
Bergens is a really good on-ball defender.
First foul on Bergens. And Noel, the creative shot maker Carla just told us about, is back on the court here for Gino Ford.
Clean game. Neither team turning the ball over. Neither team committing a lot of fouls.
Gino told us this week that Noel's had his knee drained more times than he'll ever know. Lost count. The treatment he gets just to keep him on the court, keep him upright, and yet he performs at an incredibly high level. Case in point here. From the elbows, got another one.
He's perfect.
This guy's awesome. Maybe he knows we're talking about him, Coach.
Perfect on the day.
We saw him pregame carrying that huge knee brace out. I mean, the thing looks enormous. Butler on the end, 3 rattles out. And Stony has the rebound in the paint here for the Seawolves. Really good hops for Stony. The electric jumper. No, the back cut. This one blocked by Williams. The old school shot won't go, and Williams is there to shut the door. Oakrest left alone on the other end for 3. Too strong. Rebound baseline is out of bounds.
Nice
McGee
play in
couldn't keep it
transition
alive.
by Ncaa Butler to set that shot up. Erases what was a really good move, but that's why he's the only three-time defensive player of the year in the CAA.
186 career blocks, Coach. 5th all-time Drexel history. And the man is a force down low.
And his blocks were down this year, but I think he influenced more shots than ever.
Right. Zach Spiker told us teams didn't challenge him much at all because they know it's going to happen. Snowdy way short. Good defense from Luke House. On the other end, creating his Bergens.
Yeah, that's what he can do. Break you down off the dribble, get a little closer to the rim.
Stony Brook in a rut here, 1 for its last 8 from the field. Mido hit his first 2.
There's one. That's not a block, but he certainly kept that shot from going in the basket.
It's an alter, right? It's an effect. It's an influence. House other end thinking, 3's got it! Luke House has got 2 threes. Gino Ford says, I've seen enough, thank you. Timeout, Stony Brook.
The dribble penetration, bringing the defense together. And on the other end, the back cut, but erasure.
What does fit
Control here, Coach. What's going on with the Dragons on this run?
Anytime you can get into the paint and make the defense collapse, this is when your percentage from 3 goes straight up.
House, Okras, Oden, Williams. And 4 players are on the 2021 CAA championship team. Played at JMU. 25 points for House against UNCW. 5th-year player working on his MBA in Philly along with Okras. 10 double-figure scoring games, a 2-time captain. Zach Spikers could not say enough great things about the leadership and the work ethic of Luke House.
Yeah, just describing his workout day was pretty amazing.
I got tired just hearing about that.
And it doesn't take a ton of shots, but he shoots 40% from out there, and almost 60% of his shots are threes anyway.
I like the description of the star drill. They'll make all those shots in a certain amount of time. We'll break that down.
From all 5 spots?
Yeah, very cool. 5-star dinner on the line. So that's the best part. Mito not this time. If you complete the feat in time, Coach Spiker takes you out to a 5-star restaurant. Pretty cool. Here's Moore, turns, spins way too strong. He thought he was fouled.
He did. Back in the game, replacing Jamie Bergens.
Stevenson Moore trying to change the game here. A back iron miss. Mito up high, can't find the rebound, but House does. A track down in the corner for Drexel.
Okras has been very good against Stevenson Moore. Hadn't gotten a lot of clean looks at all.
House, the D2 transfer off the glass. Williams gathers and has a trip to the free throw line here for Drexel. 5 rebounds. Amari Williams here in the first half.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to just throw it up on the rim than bounce it to the post. That's just like a pass to the post when you've got Amari Williams in there.
What a presidency been and what a career from England. Staying at Drexel with the big numbers these days. It's a challenge to keep a player like Williams on your roster with NIL and portal. Everybody interested in a player like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. They've got a lot of players who've stayed around, like you mentioned, all the way since the 21 championship. This is a really dangerous time for Stony Brook. A little bit of separation going on, 9 points, not terrible at all. Early in the game, a lot of time left. But Drexel is so hard to score against.
Williams hits 2. 65% shooter from the free throw line. Zach Spiker told us this week in our chat with him that sometimes Williams on a switch defensively likes to match up with the guards for the other team. Finds it a challenge to physically shut those guys down. Here's Noel, another horse shot, not this time. With a left in the lane and a hook, but he missed everything.
He made 2 of those hook shots yesterday.
It would have gone in yesterday, right?
We came up out of our seats.
Fun to watch. Lead at 10. 7-0, Dragon run. On a bounce for Turner. House in stride at 3. Too strong this time. Okras long rebound. House started out pulling trigger again. California University of Pennsylvania transfer. But a big part of the Drexel run of success in Philly for Zach Spiker. Here's Moore, nice through traffic. Circus shot himself, almost got that. Up and under to go, and a foul called on the rebound against Drexel.
Justin Moore has been watching Dean Knoll on the other end right there.
Man, dipsy-do. That foul's on Turner. Garfield's first. From Gaithersburg, Maryland. A lot of DMV kids here, District, Maryland, Virginia. It's a big recruiting area for both teams, but especially for Drexel.
Yeah, this area produces a lot of great basketball.
Man, does it
players.
ever. It's Morris the back end, 7 feet. Fakes, the lefty. Can't hit this one. It's a good take in deep, but no finish this time for the 7-footer.
Yeah, he had the size advantage over Garfield Turner, but Turner, again, a good defender, just not the shot blocker that Amari Williams is.
Seawolves are ice cold, coach. They missed their last 7, 1 for the last 14. House thought about a 3, then a 2, and declines both. Moore's not shy, neither is Okras. The captain, way too strong. Track down, save. Comes out to Moore, what an effort. Fantastic job by Monroe. Okras in the corner. Would have been a dagger. They're trying to stretch the lead, but another miss. So Drexel cools down. Knoll trying to take advantage of traffic. Mr. Creativity. Here's Clark. The C's part somehow. Big Drexel offensive breakdown, and Clark lays it in.
Yeah, you don't see many of those from Drexel, but all the way to the rim, uncontested.
Clark has 8, leads all scorers. Couple threes and that layup. Monroe did hit 1-3. Elbow jumper airborne way off. That's where the scout comes from.
Stony Brook really needs to get Stevenson more involved here.
Fitzmaurice, a two-pointer's got it.
I can't give anybody at this level that much space and that much time.
15 points, team best 6 rebounds the last time these teams met. End of February, a classic in Philly. Does not look like it's going to be the same sort of shootout here. Moore back iron miss.
We got off to a fast start in this game, but it's settled down to the half-court game we thought about.
Sure has. And Moore commits the foul. Drexel has missed its last 8 and 2 for its last 13, so their scoring drought 3+ minutes. Gino Ford rooting his team on here. He's enthusiastic because his Seawolves are within 6, 28-22 game. Hart, great star in the CAA.
Yeah, and
Tyler Thomas.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Right. We'll see if these old guards can hang in there along with Dean Knoll, who's playing basically on one leg. For Gino Ford, the 7th-seeded Seawolves trying to make the semis, the CAA tournament for the first time in school history.
Kobe McGee back in. When Oakers is not in, McGee is the one on Stevenson Moore. Those two have come in and done a really nice job of keeping him from getting started.
One foul on Williams. We'll keep a close eye on that. Here's Clark, pulls away, has it.
Again, that time they did stay in front of him, but he got enough space to get that jump shot off.
6-0, Stony Brook run, and look at the Seawolves here.
That's why we just talked about him.
Right, to within 4, right on cue. I think the guys can hear us. He's got 10. Clark, only player double figures. House at the end responds. And ends the streak of futility for Drexel.
4 out of 12
for the senior captain.
4 out of 12 now from outside the arc.
Norristown, Pennsylvania, outside Philly. Clark travels.
Yeah, Clark knew he did. Usually players just don't agree with the official no matter what. There's the ball screen. House wide open. Ball screen against the zone's a little bit different. You know, it's hard to force them away from that. They've been forcing them away from the ball screen and man-to-man, but in zone, it can be even a little bit more effective than against the man.
A cut for House, not this time, from 10. Loose change for Clark. House takes 200 shots after practice with team managers from 10 different spots, 20 each. Got to hit 200 before he can go to the locker room and get ready for his next workout. Working well as Fitzmaurice hits another deep shot for the Seawolves.
Yeah, just inside the arc again. 2 face-up jumpers, helping keep the Seawolves close.
Couple big shots. Right in the game here. House baseline, kicks out for Moore, thinking 3 up top. He's got it.
Wow, and again, you know, House was the recipient of penetration, kick out. This time, he's the penetrator, the kick out to Moore.
First points for the sophomore from Archbishop Wood in Philly. He has a season best 34 points scored by a Drexel player in the non-con against Bryant. So he's capable of really catching fire and exploding for Drexel. Another look for Fitzmaurice. They're going right at Williams, trying to get that second foul, and they've done it. They were hoping to get number 2 on the big guy. That's his second personal with a $1:13 to go in the first half.
Here's the penetration against the zone, flattens out, and Moore gets his first basket of the day.
That's got to be tough to see for Zach Spiker, that second foul so late in the half. And Fitzmaurice off the bench, as we talked about, starter most of the year, has been a big factor.
Really has for a big guy, he's so energetic and so enthusiastic. watching him warm up is a real treat.
It's tiring for us.
Like,
Courtside, he's got 5 points here tonight.
it's like one on none, and just he's acting like the defense is right there.
Sprints around. The starting lineups are being introduced. He's on the court actually, ghosting through some shots. I mean, he just never stops moving, this guy. Misses the second. Track down rebound for Turner. Drexel cooling off. 2 for its last 12 after the great start here.
Stony Brook back in the man-to-man.
Bergens, the lefty, gets a roll.
That's what we talked about. That's where he's effective. Not going to beat you from long range very often, but is really good at penetrating. And here's where he's really good, at being an on-ball defender.
Knoll trying to get creative again. 17 to shoot through traffic, foul. Always moving, never gives up. Playing on one leg, Dean Knoll will shoot free throws here.
Kind of just probes the defense, doesn't he? Search for a hole here, come back, go the other way.
Crafty.
Exactly.
Basketball IQ, savvy. What? Yeah, I have some other descriptive adjectives for this guy.
Yeah.
I just say old school, and the mustache too just makes it all.
Oh, yeah.
It works.
The mustache
It just
is a
works.
clincher.
And he misses a free throw.
And he and Clark are very similar. Probe one way, try the other way. He was mad because he didn't get the and one.
Even more so, he missed the first free throw out of Medford, New Jersey. It's the second. 80.4% from the line. 16 double-figure scoring games for him this year. Nothing quite like these back-against-the-wall games. Stony Brook's 18-14, maybe a postseason event, but they want the big dance, and to get there, they got to win this game. Off to the semifinals for the winner. Foul call near the midcourt line.
Yeah, a good aggressive trap. You only have 2 fouls. Why not be really aggressive in that situation?
Only 3 team fouls. Stony Brook in the first half this late. That's rare. First on Knoll. Sabri Phillip marks up more here.
5 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
8 on the timer here to shoot for more. Thought about step back. Launches way off the mark. Long rebound. And Stony Brook's got it here with 7 ticks to go first half.
Stony Brook with a little offense defense right here for this last possession. Get those shooters on the floor like Fry.
See Gino Ford there, partner? He is fired up. Excited for the defensive stop. Final moments here first half. Here's Clark to take. He floats, it's way short, and almost put his rebound in. And the buzzer sounds with no foul and no bucket for Stony Brook on the last possession. 36-28, Drexel, second seeded, looking for the semifinals. A lead on 7-seeded Stony Brook.
Offensively, he said Drexel, their length really bothered them. They need to get some better looks. And of course, for Tyler Stevenson Moore, got to get him going, get some points on the board for him. But guys, even before that, I saw Keenan Fitzmaurice rallying the troops in the huddle. He's such a vocal leader prior to taking the court, so expect to see him active in the second as well.
Not a surprise, but he is a big energy guy. 5 points for Fitzmaurice in the first half. And to Carly's point, coach, only 1 of 6 shooting for Stevenson Moore. 2 points. They've got to have more from him if the Seawolves want to knock off the 2 seed.
They've done, we talked about it on the keys. They've competed on the backboard pretty successfully, but the inside out of the offense, it's only been inside. They haven't gotten the outs yet.
The Pat Scarry and Zach Spiker line, no rebounds, no championships. It's about the boards. Total rebounds, 2018 for Drexel in the first half.
It's funny how teams are what their coaches emphasize, right?
Great backcourt. Knoll and Clark in that last game were fantastic against Northeastern. We'll try the inbounds pass here to begin the second half.
Yeah, sometimes they have to rehearse.
This one works, and here we go. Winner to the semifinals. Loser sees its season come to an end.
You see that
It's
Lucas
all about
Monroe,
the sense of urgency here.
Lucas Monroe on Clark defensively. That's an interesting matchup.
Stevenson more the take. Stony finds Knoll. Right low block. Stevenson Moore is bumped. And Oakers commits the foul.
Yeah, and you're going to regret that because you just don't want to get a great player started. Don't bail him out with foul. Make him make those shots.
That's a great point. Last thing you want to see is Stevenson Moore see a couple go through the basket here in the free throw and get ignited in the second half.
Yeah, and I say that like it sounds really simple, right? It's not, especially against an elite athlete like Stevenson Moore.
74 threes, 6th best in the CAA. The player decided to stay on Long Island with the Seawolves. Plenty of opportunities of that caliber to move on in the era of the portal and NIL, but wanted to see Stony Brook win. They got their one win last night, conference tournament, beat Northeastern, trying to make the semis for the first time.
Stony Brook with a little junk defense right here. Little triangle and two.
Stevenson Moore elevates and swats. Big block on the defensive end. Now on the offensive side, thinking three's got it.
Hey,
and he's heating up just like that. Coach McCarthy predicted that one.
Don't want to get him going.
The free throw trip, then the three.
They're actually playing a two-man zone and playing three guys man-to-man.
House on the other end has got his 4-3 of the game back.
And that's the difference right now. He's got more threes than Stony Brook.
#100th career three came against the Seawolves in that epic game we told you about on February 29th. Stevenson Moore is definitely heating up now. The free throws, then the 2 threes, and suddenly he's in the game.
See it happen all the time.
Monroe left alone. On a bounce for Williams. Blocked from behind. Snowdy got it. Stevenson Moore thinking another 3 ball. Can't go back to back to back. It's out of bounds and back to Drexel.
I wonder how many times Amari Williams has had his shot blocked. I bet you can count it on one hand.
Probably not very often, Coach. A rarity indeed. I'm with you on that. Stevenson Moore does have 3 fouls. That's a factor.
The Stony Brook is guarding House and Moore and Oakers and playing a two-man zone with Stevenson Moore and
Monroe, nice through traffic. Good shot. The lefty off the glass for the grad student. Stevenson Moore, heat check, other end. Too strong. Long rebound for Oakers.
If I'm Gino Ford, I want him to keep shooting, though. If he can get a clean look, he should do it.
He's got 10 lone Seawolf double figures. House had himself a game. That's his first 2-point shot. Up to 14 now for Luke.
That was a nice adjustment. Screen for one of the guys they're guarding man-to-man. Nobody there to pick him up.
5 for 8 from the floor and 4 or 5 from 3 for the captain of the Dragons. Clark other end of the take, no 2. Strong rebound for Williams. He's bumped and slow to get up. A lot of contact. Let's see.
Heck of a collision. The athletes today.
The foul is on Snowdy.
As you see all the time, bigger, faster, stronger. And there are some tremendous collisions. Influence the shot. And definitely a blocking foul, but hope everybody's healthy after that.
Yeah, Williams reaching for his hamstring there. Very slowly tying the shoes to try to recover and stretch it out a bit. The last thing Zach Spiker and the Dragons want to see.
Stony Brook now looking like they're going to go back to man, and who makes the sneaky play? Dean Knoll.
It's Knoll again. Not this time, but guess who's got the elevation hammer follow?
Mr.
Morris has
Enthusiasm.
been everywhere to this game tonight. And he gets the Seawolf fans going. Timeout called. in a 43-36 game, and Williams is really hurting now on the sideline, in a lot of pain here for Drexel. This is a big storyline.
I did not see what happened right there for him to be down where he's at. He was there a little while ago after that last play, but I didn't see what happened on this trip down the floor as we were watching the layup and the dunk.
Really hurting after the last exchange when he and Stony came together. And it took him a long time to stand up and stretch it out. Then moments later, right back down on the court. And the three-time Defensive Player of the Year for Drexel is out for now.
And it's hard to speculate whether something new happened or he just further aggravated whatever the problem was from the first collision with Stony.
6.6 rebounds on 2 of 7 shooting so far for the Drexel superstar. And there he is, top of the screen. Yep, he is just unable to go much further and was down right near the scores table. Wasn't even on the court to challenge Fitzmaurice there. It's one reason he got the coast is clear dunk and the easy follow stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Tried to run it off, walk it off. It was a little bit more of a problem than he anticipated, it looks like. And you hope that it's something temporary here. If you're Zach Spiker and if you're a college basketball fan, really.
He'll get treated by the Drexel trainers, and Carly Smith will get on that. We'll get a report as soon as we possibly can. Wow. One of the biggest stars in the game in the CAA is hurt for now. We'll follow this closely.
Carly Smith, the hardest working sideline reporter here.
She's amazing. Done every game here at the tournament.
Yes.
Swimming and diving last week. Women's event coming up. She's the best. More across the timeline. Here's House. Let's see how Drexel responds with a superstar out for now. Interesting time of the game. More from Monroe. 15 to shoot. More good handles. He'll drive the paint. Leaves off a Turner. Can't click. Tries again. Lays it in.
Really nice play. Turner's an important person in this game right now, as he may get extended minutes. Stony Brook was still in kind of that hybrid defense, some man-to-man, some zone. But penetration will hurt any kind of defense.
Stevenson Moore is free. 20-footer rattles out. Passing this time. Stony had it broken up. Great collapsing defense. Monroe loose change. Here's Moore. Fires for House. Stinking three. He's got it. Luke House has been on fire from deep. He's got 5 triples in the game tonight. Other end, miss for Clark. Monroe, collision with Knoll but no whistle. And Moore settles things in the half court for the Dragons. House has been the man so far. Kick out. Here's Moore thinking three. Not this time. And Stony pulls down his 5th rebound of the game. Danger time again for Stony Brook. We said that, Mac, in the first half. They made a nice comeback at the very end of half number 1. And with Williams in the locker room being treated, Drexel on the move here.
Stony Brook is starting to actually match up right now.
Seawolves 1 for their last 8 from the field. House has been a house of fire. Kicks into the corner. Okris open, hits a 3.
What did we say last night? When they start going in, it gets contagious.
First points of the game for the captain of Drexel. Gino Ford has seen enough. Timeout, Stony Brook, as the lead balloons to 13.
Here's the penetration. Run the floor. Good things happen, according to my partner. Here we come again. In transition, the second best time to shoot a 3-point shot.
And Entertainment Sports Arena stretching it out. Coach, never easy. I know you're,
Oh, no.
you're a little stressed out watching, thinking about what it would mean for Zach Spiker to have Williams out for now.
There are a lot of wheels turning over there in Zach
Right.
Spiker's head right now, and the fact that he was sprinting in the hallway sounds encouraging, but hamstring, the word hamstring came up, and that's a little bit worrisome right there. You're waiting for this Willis Reed moment where he comes out of the locker room to save the Knicks in the finals.
Out for now. We'll keep an eye on that. Stevenson more on a bounce. Fitzmaurice the face-up. Big height advantage on Turner. Pump fake, spins, baseline, got it. 2 more.
Yeah, that's a really good matchup in favor of Stony Brook, just based on size alone. Stony Brook jumps into a 2-3 zone. At least they're going to show a 2-3 zone.
10 for Clark, 10 Stevenson Moore, now 9 Fitzmaurice. Top scorers for the Seawolves in this game tonight. Turner kick out. Here's Moore. Thought about a 3. House roll. Launch another one. Trying for a career best 6th triple in a game. That's out of bounds and stays here with Drexel. Another break here. This is the official media timeout. 11-point lead for the Dragons. House has 5 threes. His career best was 6. Came against Campbell earlier in his career. We're back in a moment to Washington, D.C. Williams, there he is, top of your screen on the Exerbyte. 24 career double-doubles, and the 6 and 6 in a rejection for him so far tonight, as Kyler reported. Hamstring pull and some pain. Was working in the back area here at Entertainment Sports Arena, getting loosened up. What do you think? Come back in now? Do you think he's looking ready?
I think they'll be cautious with him, but
Yeah.
I am sure Zach would love to see him back out there on the floor. But if it's something that he can irritate, he might hold him for a while. Turner's played well off the bench.
Williams 15 minutes so far, Mac. House on the baseline, having a great night.
Stevenson Moore has gotten going for the Seawolves. That's a good sign for Stony Brook.
5 to shoot, almost banked that in a wild angle. Turner found a loose change. Mito eventually a defensive glass. Fry into the game for Gino Ford. Clark hesitation. Loves the night through traffic. Feeds Mito. The pump fake, but no finish. There's a foul. A lot of contact. Lots of pump fakes under the basket there for Chris Mito.
Mito doesn't score a lot, but I really like the way he takes his time. He's patient, lets the defense make a mistake, and even though he didn't make that, he's going to the free throw line. Watch this patience. He's got the ball. Everybody else has to adjust with him, and finally an opening.
Grad student from New Carrollton, Maryland. 138 career games played, the most of any Seawolf on the roster. That's one more free throw here.
Yeah, only 57% from the free throw line. Not his strength.
6 points, no rebounds, which was a surprise against Northeastern last night. 19 minutes of action, first round of the CA tournament. Hits the second.
But he did do a good job defensively, though, which doesn't necessarily show up against Doherty and in particular Chris Doherty down low.
Doherty's last game as a Husky for Northeastern was not a great offensive game. He was limited. Agreed. Great active defensive effort for Stony Brook. Doherty targeted in the scout. Here's McGee, crossover on Clark. 7 to shoot, lost the handle near the elbow. Bergens, tough shot, baseline. The lefty misfires. Turner, great effort. That'll win us some points in the film room.
Yeah, good defensive possession, but you have to finish the possession with that rebound.
Mito picks it up and immediately heads to the Seawolf bench. A take for Butler. Loose change, Sabri Phillip. Fry thought about a deep 3 in transition. He'll launch off the fake against House and puts it in off the Stony Brook bench. Big shot for 3 from Jared Fry.
Shot fake, take a dribble step. He was going to shoot the logo through.
Wow. Thinking about a Caitlin Clark, Steph Curry 3 there.
Exactly.
Logo range.
And that started with a defensive play by Aaron Clark on the other end.
House can't click. And we saw Fry practicing the logo threes in warm-up from the P in the championship. On this end, he's got some major range. Clark's got some major game.
Split the big hedge on the ball screen and pulled up for the 15-footer. Nice play by the veteran point guard.
Clark 12 to lead the way for Stony Brook, and Zach Spiker says he's seen enough. Timeout, Drexel.
Here we go, pump fake from the logo. One dribble closer, and he knocked the bottom out of that thing.
By 5, Mari Williams is still out, Carly, for the Dragons. How's it looking over there?
Dave Williams was on the exercise bike, then just walked to the huddle to be with his team, and Drexel's trainer just said indefinite right now, but we'll continue to monitor, guys.
All right, Smitty, thanks for that update. The way he's moving around, Mac, I doubt we're going to see him.
Yeah, he's certainly taken a lot of fluids, apparently, as we've watched him, and I think he's just kind of testing it on that bike.
Up by 5, still a lot of basketball left here in this quarterfinal matchup. Winner to the semis tomorrow. See those on CBS Sports Network. Starting at 6 Eastern, Championship Tuesday comes your way as well on CBS SN. Hofstra, Delaware, third-seeded Pride, the double bye to the quarterfinals, take on the Fighting Blue Hens in our next game tonight.
Coach Spiker's got a pretty deep team, but the one place they aren't very deep is in the post.
That'll be interesting to watch. This all develops. Take from Butler, gets aggressive, and draws a foul.
It looked like a clean block up top, but Fry underneath got him with the body, it looked like. Sending him to the free throw line. Yame Butler, 70% free throw shooter.
Senior guard, Greenbelt, Maryland, right here in the DC area. One more free throw. And 13 points in the regular season finale for Drexel against Northeastern. On 4 or 5 shooting, hit all 3 threes, so a big boost for the Dragons. Wrapping up the regular season as the 2nd seed. Great start for Drexel this year, 7-0 in league play, best ever start in school history. And ran into a buzzsaw, some tough road games Coach Spiker told us about. Competitive in all the games where they hit their slump, but still, here they are as the 2 seed, excellent season. Clark got hung up, needs some help. Bailout pass to Fry.
Butler doing a good job. Knows Fry can shoot that basketball.
3 to shoot. Fitzmaurice on a bounce, gets the shot off, just missed it. Awkward delivery, trying to beat the buzzer.
Threw a little contact right there, incidental, I guess.
The coaching, you saw that one, didn't you? Foul, it's a foul.
Depending on which
Where's
bench you're on.
I know you. Here's more. Through traffic, Fry over him. Butler pump fake, 8 to shoot. Deliberate Drexel possession. Here's Butler, there's 2.
Like you mentioned, he's had some big games. Kind of runs hot or cold. Zach Spiker is hoping for hot version tonight.
That's right, Yame Butler, big bucket. Had 30 points in a game last year against Hampton, so he can ignite and get going. Miss for the Seawolves from Clark. Stevenson Moore, a little foul trouble after that amazing start to the second half. Been really quiet. House made noise all night long, the and one. The captain, Luke House, chance for a 3-point play.
You want to know why he worked so hard in the weight room? That play right there. Pump fake, take the contact like it never happened.
Great emotional leader for Zach Spiker. Love those stories about all the workouts and the star drill and the effort he puts into being an elite shooter. 200 makes after each practice. That's a lot of makes. That takes a minute.
I'd like to have been a fly on that wall at the 5-star dinner he went to.
And Zach said a couple times, I had to tell the kid, look, stop. We have a game this week. You're going to exhaust yourself. I don't care how young you are. Take the day off from the 200 shots. And Luke House said, hey, that's my routine, man. I'm going to do it anyway.
You do what you believe in.
Right.
That's half of it. If he thinks it's helping him, it's helping him.
Mido helps out the Seawolves with a nice take for 2.
Taking advantage of Amari Williams' absence right there.
Has not returned, as Carly's told about, with that hamstring injury. Still on the sideline, hanging out on the bike. Take, Monroe, can't finish. Fresh 20 here for the Dragons. Moore tries to create on the perimeter. Look at the handles. Little hezzy. Butler thinking three. Back iron miss. Big rebound for Mido. Fourth board of the night for the Stony Brook big man. Fitzmaurice launching a deep shot, hits it. It's a deep two for Kean Fitzmaurice, who's come to play tonight into double figures.
Really had 11 points, 4 rebounds. He's had a big impact off the bench.
All of a sudden, the Seawolves surge. They've hit 5 of their last 7 to get right back in the game, down by 7. Moore, ankle breaker move there as Clark fell. Butler amongst the trees. It's out of bounds with 9 to shoot.
See so many situations right here where guys aren't aware of that shot clock. Fortunately for Drexel, it's probably in front of the bench where Zach Spiker is reminding them of what's going on.
House for Monroe. Back for Luke House, 3 to shoot. Got to launch that one. Over Knoll, hits another! This guy's unbelievable. 6 threes tonight for Luke House. Rocking the house in DC.
Shot clock running down, hand in his face.
You see the 200 shots after practice pays off, right? Take. Mido can't click from point blank range. Rebound Monroe, and Drexel trying to pull away again here and put away stubborn Stony Brook. House the fake on the perimeter.
Nice recognition by Mido.
Monroe on a bounce, picked. It was kicked first, perhaps. Let's see. Leading us to a fresh 20 on the board. Prior to the inbounds play, officials talk with both Turner and Fitzmaurice and say, let's cool it down a little bit, fellas. Ball's not in play yet. No lack of effort from Fitzmaurice, that's for sure.
No, a little preventive officiating right there.
I like that. Avoid trouble, right? Butler through traffic. Kick
Smart.
out Monroe, he is out of bounds. And turns it over. That would be the second turnover of the night for Drexel, coach. Second.
Isn't that incredible?
Wow, 6 total turnovers in the game. Talk about well-played basketball here from DC. That's something else.
High level.
Fry the matchup. Fitzmaurice the touch. Fry looking for the pick in a little room. Knoll scrapping. Butler's all over him. Knoll can't get loose for one of those horse shots we've seen. 6 to shoot, picked by Moore. The interception, the dunk. Justin Moore, elevation for Drexel with a hammer. Emphatic dunk. Extends the lead to a dozen. Clark trying to change that, does so. The lefty baseline jumper.
Clutch. Quiet the crowd, stop the run.
Savvy. Again.
Savvy, crafty,
14
all
tonight
those words.
And 7 rebounds.
You've got the best words.
10 to shoot. It's Butler. Not this time. Weeks out rebound for Mido. Ten-point lead in the media break zone. Clark watched by House. Every possession critical here for the Seawolves trying to mount a comeback. And Fitzmaurice do it again in the corner. You better believe it. It's a 3. The 7-footer has got a couple 3 balls in this game tonight.
And
it's back to 7.
What a pass out of the post by Mido. Who had them as the heroes on your bingo card?
Not me. Timeout in DC.
Shot clock running down, hand in your face. just in time. Luke House, the machine.
Our play of the game, brought to us by Jersey Mike's, has got to be this steal and stuff from Justin Moore. Up, and away. Big time play for Moore, igniting the Dragons.
Yeah, 7th in the league in steals. You expect that, but maybe a little unexpected. The athleticism on the other end. He showed it all.
Look out below. 30 double-figure scoring games for Moore entering play tonight. Been a big star for Zach Spiker. Just 6 points tonight on 2 of 9 shooting, but House has been the huge offensive factor with 23, 6 threes. That ties a career high.
Yeah, 6 out of 8, and they need every one of them. Stony Brook has been,
And Williams is back in the game here.
Trumping anything I was thinking about saying.
Carly has more on House.
In the Drexel locker room, guys, there's a sign that says, always us. Coach Spiker said, what sets this team apart is everyone is bought into their role. There aren't any egos. And tonight, it's Luke House getting it done for the team. Like you said, 6 for 8 from 3. He was one of those guys that Spiker took out to eat at a 5-star restaurant this week for practice, performance. And Dave, I really want to know what he ate.
I mean, it sounds awesome. I'd go surf and turf. If the coach is paying, right? I mean, that was the situation.
Yeah, and
the coach's treat. So I'm going to definitely go.
And eat the turf and take the surf back to the room.
Filet
or vice versa.
And lobster, I mean, that's just me, personally. I'm a big seafood guy, Mac. Great news for Zach Spiker. Williams back in. Although he is testing that leg. Stretching it out near the midcourt line. He's actually talking to Gino Ford about it.
Yeah.
Coach says, how you doing?
Gino's asking how you doing. I need to know.
You all right there?
I need to know how you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. You stay in or what?
You know Gino Ford wants to compete against the best version of Drexel.
Always a treat to talk to him.
He just wants to, very badly to beat them.
Stevenson Moore was on fire to begin the second half. Cold since, though. 10 to shoot. Mito, nice creation and good finish.
9 points, 5 rebounds, a couple assists. Mito playing well, and of course, getting a lot out of Fitzmorris, playing them together.
There's the guards last night against Northeastern. The bigs playing really well for Stony Brook tonight. The other end, a miss this time for Bergens.
I thought Bergens
floats and can't finish.
Thought he might throw the lob to Williams right there. Williams was wide open after the ball screen.
9 for Mitos. Coach talked about 14 for Fitzmorris. And a whistle stops play, foul call.
Tough matchup there for Monroe. Only 6'6". Mito at 6'10". He's about to get back down under the goal, but they call the foul.
Stevenson Moore does have 4 fouls, Mac. That is a big number to keep an eye on. Only player of the game tonight with 4. Clark again, stays hot.
He sure does. And Zach Spiker was forced to adjust, has Turner and Williams both in because of Fitzmorris and Mito from Stony Brook.
Here's Williams, let's watch how he moves here. Through traffic, got the roll. That's pretty good.
Through traffic, I like the way you say that. Rather than contact.
8.6 boards for the big guy, returning from the injury. 16 for Clark, that leads all scorers in the game. Stevenson Moore keep a close eye on 14 in the red jersey with the 4 fouls. Mito the take, the end one. Big shot for Chris Mito, a chance for a 3-point play.
Mito says 2 bigs, no problem. I've got this against Garfield Turner. Nice play. And again, take the time, watch for the opening, explode to the rim. He is really playing good basketball.
Turner, coach, picks up his 3rd. And Mito a chance for a 3-point play here.
And you like Mito from right here, right near here. New Carrollton.
Fitzmorris kept it alive, back to Mito. Along with Noel, only 2 Seawolves starting every game this year. Clark, bothered by Okra, still hits a tough shot. Followed away, contested and bumped, and made it anyway.
Clark is really, how many big baskets has he made tonight at critical times?
18 points, 7 rebounds, and a 1-possession game here.
Coming off 19 last night. But the story for Stony Brook right now is the big guys performing.
More in deep. Bergens can't click from 3. Rebound for Phillip. Tough take in traffic. Can't hit this one. Oakhurst loose change rebound in the left low block.
Yeah, you can tell by the body language that was not the one Coach Gino Ford was looking for.
Not an offensive player. Great rebounder, good athlete. It's a big empty possession. Moore needs help from the elbow, gets it from Williams. Mismatch with quickness. Mido on the switch, out on Moore. And he blocks the shot anyway.
He said, you can go by me, but you won't get it off.
He dared him to take that through the paint. Clark, player of the game so far for the Sea Wolves. Maybe player of the tournament. On a bounce. In deep, the touch, and the back end, Fitzmaurice. Tough shot off the glass for 2.
Got his body against Amari Williams to keep him from jumping. Really smart play by Fitzmaurice.
Timeout for Drexel. 1-point game.
Watch this. Watch him tie Williams' legs up with the body and then off the glass.
Jersey Mike's CAA Men's Basketball Championship is brought to you by Primus. Stop using a bank that's stuck in the 1980s. Welcome to banking as it should be. Visit primusbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Ticket Smarter, the official ticket resale partner of the CAA. Think smarter, think Ticket Smarter. Beautiful view, Washington Mall, Capitol, the Monument, reflecting pool, and the Lincoln Memorial. Spectacular scenery and history here in D.C. Spectacular finish on the horizon. 1-point game. Fitzmaurice and Stony Brook, a 6-0 run. They've hit 7 of their last 8 to storm back into this game and create a great finish. More the back cut, lays it in. The feed from Williams.
And Amari Williams, who takes such pride in his passing, I know he loved that play.
2 assists for the big guy. None bigger than that helper. Still a 1-possession game for Clark. Step back, looking for more. Too strong.
Clark and Bergens have been going back and forth, jawing a little bit.
Rebound for Justin Moore. 1 double-figure score for Drexel tonight. That's House with his 23. And a career best tying 6 threes. Been awesome from deep. 7 to shoot. Now we're in crunch time. Here's House. Thinking 2 this time. The pump fake on the baseline hits it. Tough shot for Luke House and a big one for Drexel.
We see him shoot the 3 this time. Gets to the post, a little jump hook off the glass.
Wow. Beats the timer by 1 second. An absolute dagger shot against Unifor's team.
Shot clock running down, bumps a little bit, uses that weight room strength. 25 points for Luke House.
Big night for the veteran. Grad student, Norristown, Pennsylvania. Right there in the Philly area. Started his career at California University of PA, Division II. And Zach Spiker didn't have enough superlatives in our chat with him this week about the role House has had for this Drexel program.
Yeah, talking to Mike Tuberose, the SID, long-time SID, always has a good perspective, not only on their team, but the whole league. And he said when he gets there in the morning, House has already had a workout in, and it's just amazing. Literally, they call him the machine.
He's tied his career high, Coach. Not just the 6 threes, but 25 points. 3rd time he's reached that mark. And a big game for House. Most importantly for his Dragons, now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, a game where Amari Williams hasn't been available for a majority of the time.
Stevenson Moore does not want to see his Stony Brook career wrap up on the court here tonight. Needs some help. Mito the bailout. 8 to shoot. Mito the take with a left and one. 2 more for Chris Mito. And we're back to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, the switch ended up costing Drexel that time. Mito gets to Oakrest, takes his time, left hand. He has really shown a variety of skills here tonight that we didn't even see last night. We talked about how well he played on defense, but tonight he's doing it on both ends.
6 for 9 shooting and 6 rebounds. A couple of assists as well for the grad student. Transfer from Fairfield.
This is where he needs to improve a little bit.
Big free throw. Doesn't can it. Oakrest the rebound. Mito 59% from the line. And that's a critical miss.
Zach Spiker willing to work that shot clock down with the 3-point margin.
10 to shoot. Moore takes his time. Stevenson Moore, 4 fouls. Moore almost lost at 5 on the timer. Steps back over Stevenson Moore. Too strong on a 3. Weak side rebound for Knoll. 40 ticks and counting, fading second half clock, 1-possession game.
Really good defensive possession by the Seawolves that time.
Mito again, right to the basket, elevates and hammers. Goes right past Williams, froze it in place. Timeout called by Stony Brook and Gino Ford in a 1-point game.
Williams was a little aggressive right there. Mito again, the huge play. He's made a bunch of them, none bigger than this one, to cut it to 1.
Explodes with a rack attack. And up to 15 points, 4 shy of his career best. Plenty of time left and a great finish here from DC.
Yeah, there's so many little games within the game right now. What a chess match we've got going on, even just from a matchup perspective. Do you switch? Do you not switch? After you switch, you better know what that guy's good at.
As we talked about, first time these teams met, a classic at Philly. A high-scoring shootout, 90-86. This one will not reach those astronomical scoring numbers, but it's a great finish on tap here from DC.
Yeah, tournament time, everything gets a little closer to the best. Every possession is more critical.
Those two guys, House Oakrest, have meant so much to this program, along with Williams. Incredible careers for Drexel. And want to keep the dream alive to go back to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, both teams with a lot of veterans that do not want to play their last game.
2021 appearance for Drexel was the first big dance showing in 25 years. Officials at the table far side from us. No review apparently, so we're good to go. What's each side thinking about here, Mac?
Now Stony Brook, again, they've got to know where House is. They've got to do a good job blocking out. And interestingly enough, Amari Williams is out of the game right now, whether that means something has happened to him or whether they don't necessarily want him on the offensive end in this possession. It could be just a matter of matchups.
Oakrest, double team. Phillip all over him. And a foul called in the backcourt or a timeout. Foul called. Sabri Phillip, the grad student from Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, I think
the guilty party.
I think the idea of the surprise press with the trap was a really good idea, but you certainly don't want to send Drexel to the free throw line where they don't really have to earn those shots.
Only 7 of 9, coach, from the line in the game tonight. Oakrest will make his first appearance. This is a 1-on-1, 18 fouls on Stony Brook in the second half. Oakrest, a really good free throw shooter, 86%.
Yeah, probably the best on the team, and Williams is back in the game for defensive purposes, so that was strictly a matter of ball handling and free throw situation keeping the best free throw shooters on the floor.
Big fight game tonight. And 1 of 4 from the field, and that was a three-pointer. Does have 6 rebounds. A grad student born in Hungary, played his high school ball in London. Teammate of Williams. Amazing story there. Second rattles out, 2-point game. Huge miss. Clark fades away, not this time. Rebound Mido. The want-to incredible. Up and away from Mido, another dunk. He soars and hammers to tie the game.
Who else at this point?
Incredible. 6 seconds for more. Feeds Okras, final moments, looking for the win on the baseline. Way short, Williams has got it. It's stripped. And we've got overtime. Chris Mido, 17 points. Single-handedly helps Stony Brook storm back and send this game in overtime.
And against the best defensive player in the CAA.
3 years running. Overtime is on the way from DC. First overtime game for Drexel. For Stony Brook, OT at Army, they won. OT at Towson, they lost by 9. And OT against UNCW, and they won that one by 8. Fourth overtime game of the year.
Garfield Turner starting instead of Amari Williams here. And again, I think to your point, he's
not
not 100%.
Yeah, he's not 100%. There's no way he's all the way healthy. Those last couple dunks from Mido. So here we go for overtime.
You can tell by his body language he is really upset that he's not out there.
Turner for Bergens. 5 up on the clock. And some bonus buckets from DC. More hesitation. On a bounce, Turner! What a cut, what a dunk.
That's so clever of Moore to draw Mido on the help on the ball screen and to find his teammate for the wide open shot. Big, big basket.
What a pass. 5 dimes for Moore in the game tonight. Clark has been awesome. Mido has been even better. What a second half for this guy. Keeps it going with a jump hook from 10.
So much for this note of a limited offensive threat. big mistake.
I mean, polar opposite of last night. He's tied his career high with 19. What a game for Mido. That came against Norfolk State in non-con this year. This guy's been awesome too. House thinking about a career best, and he's got that. Buries another 3.
The two guys
7
that got
triples
us,
tonight.
The 2 guys that got us here still playing well.
They sure are. Career high, 28 points. Career best, 7 threes for Luke House. Bump foul. It's going to be Bergens.
Yeah, Bergens and Clark, they've made this a little personal between the two of them. Very, very competitive group.
16 fouls still as we're in overtime, not in the 1-on-1 yet. Incredibly clean game. Only 7 combined turnovers. As we see the last triple from House.
A couple lefties going at it. Not a political statement.
I got it. Left-handers these days. You got to say southpaws or something. Got to be clear. We're in DC after all. Sabri Phillip floats way short. Just grazing the twine there. And a blocking foul call. It's a big one. Call against Bergens, it looks like, for Drexel.
Wow. Let's take a look at this one. Phillip. Ooh, I'm not sure about that one.
Tough call. 4th foul on Bergens, coach.
He left the floor because he was in a legal guarding position. And still the hardest call in basketball, even though it's been cleaned up a little bit this year with the rule interpretation. But still, bang, bang plays.
Phillip only 8 free throw attempts on the season entering play tonight. Does hit the second. The JC transfer, Navarro, and also University of San Diego in the West Coast Conference. So 3rd stop for him. Fry returns. sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. Drexel by a bucket and the ball. Moore, bounce pass, Turner. Not this time on a finish, but does go to the free throw line. Nice two-man game between the point guard and the Drexel big.
Yeah, they clearly like that matchup because if they stay too long on the ball screen right here, so he stays a little long, gets it to him, and Turner, he really has acquitted himself pretty darn well in Amari Williams' absence.
Agreed, played very well tonight. Senior, Gaithersburg, Maryland, went to Odessa College. The first big off the bench for Zach Spiker, misses the first free throw. Shoots 68% from the line. Williams can just watch now. I'm with you, I don't think he's 100%.
Yeah, in minimal time, he's in the top 10 in offensive rebounds in the league.
Second free throw successful for Turner. Williams tonight, 8.6 boards, 2 assists in 21 minutes of action. And as Carly documented, the pull hamstring. Went to the locker room, got treatment on the extra bite, came back in the game, was not 100%, now on the bench for overtime. Looks like the Dragons are gonna have to do it without the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. That's a tall task. Mito trying to take advantage of just that. Stick back off the glass, it goes in for Mito.
Even when he misses, he makes it.
Well said, 20. We'll make it 19 now for Mito, unbelievable. 21, that's on that last stick back. 10 of 14, a new career best for Mito. We've got to save that line, that's a good one. Turner, good feet again, the two-man game with Moore. They've been working that action the last 3 times down the court. And Turner right back to the free throw line.
Yeah, and Moore did such a good job. Waited until the big guy came to get him, got it to Turner, and then Noel makes a really smart foul. Put him on the free throw line. Don't let him shoot that wide open layup. Here's a good look at it. Nice pass. Turner holding him off. And Noel again with the smart foul on the baseline.
3 fouls on Noel. We have an official timeout here. The officials to the scorer's table on the far side. Looking at something Noel did there, maybe a little extra.
I guess maybe
he did
a little,
grab at Turner.
Yeah. Didn't really make a play on the ball. That may be what they're looking at. Like
so that's a big call in overtime in a 1-point game. It's something more than a common foul on Noel.
Yeah, because possessions are so critical right now. You know you've got 2 free throws coming. What else you have coming, we're going to find out shortly.
Stevenson Moore for a long time has got the 4 fouls, 3 on Noel now. A transfer from Cornell, 7 points tonight.
And it must be just a common foul. For Turner, 68%, went 1 for 2 the last trip.
Finally, 10 team fouls, so 2 shots from here on in for Drexel. Turner right back to the free throw line. 1 for 2 so far from the stripe in the game tonight.
Yeah, it's been an amazing game. 7 total turnovers tonight.
Wow.
I haven't done a game like that all year.
I don't think I've ever done a game like that, Coach.
That may be.
For an entire, in overtime?
Yeah.
With 7 turnovers? That's rare. Turner doesn't get the second. Okrus over the back, but no whistle. Stevenson Moore has the rebound. 10 points, 5 boards for Stevenson Moore tonight.
Yeah, there's not going to be any touch fouls called at this point. It's going to have to be something egregious.
No, the pick from Mito. Drives in, can't hit. There's Mito again with a stick back. Continues the huge game without Williams in there as the rim protector. Things are different for Drexel defensively, and Mito's got 23.
Pick the quarterfinals of the CAA tournament to have the game of your life.
Wow. We're back against the wall type game. Mito 11 for 15 from the field. Has been spectacular, all tied again. No side, Williams is gonna come back in. High-low play, grab there from Turner, and he's bumped hard on the baseline.
Yeah, very simple. Ball screen until you get the matchup that you want. Continue to go inside.
First foul, Mac, on Clark tonight. That's kind of hard to believe. In overtime, he's played basically the whole game, one foul.
Yeah.
He's been amazing in this tournament for Stony Brook.
And this game hadn't lacked a lot of contact now.
Turner right back to the free throw line. Been a fixture on the line. And a foul on Clark a moment ago.
Yeah, and certainly intentional, but not to the point where they have to call it intentional.
Turner 1 for 2. Rebound for Knoll. 1 point game. High post pick, Mido. Two-man game with Clark, needs a bailout. Knocked out of bounds. Good play by House. 12 to shoot here for Stony Brook. Knoll trying to create, 4 on the timer. Through traffic. Things a little wild there. He lost it out of bounds. Just couldn't quite get under control. Good defense from Bergens and company for Drexel.
Really good defense. Really good defense. Everybody else was hemmed up. Good switching, good communication, and great effort by Garfield Turner.
Zach Spiker told us this week it's all about defense for Drexel. You learned a long time ago, you don't lead the league in field goal percentage defense, three-point percentage defense, scoring defense. Are you close to it, you're not going to win championships. And they had a great year on that side of the ball.
They're first or second in all those.
All those categories. Here's Moore over Mido for 3, way too strong. And Sabri Phillip defensive rebound for Stony Brook in a 1-point game. About 6 seconds, the differential game clock, shot clock. Mido brilliant tonight, a career game for him. Height advantage on Turner. Here's the back end. Double team for Moore comes. Mido can't hit it. Turner at the rebound. Foul over the back on Mido. And Turner slow to get up for Drexel. .3 points, 9 boards for Mido. Picks up his 3rd foul there. And Turner right back to the free throw line. Coach, you've seen a lot of this in overtime, haven't we?
This is like practice. Let's see if he's getting better at it. 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2.
3 for 6. He's 9 and 9 in terms of points and rebounds. Misses another one. 3 for 7 from the line. Critical problems at the free throw line here for Turner.
So at worst for Stony Brook, they're going to be down 2 with no shot clock left.
Big free throw. Makes the second. A 2-point game and a timeout. 19.8 to go here, Mac, in overtime on a thrilling finish on tap in DC.
Yeah, and right now, Gino Ford's got a lot of options. He has a lot of people on the floor who can make shots, but he has to determine who is the best matchup right now. Is it Mido against Turner down low? Is it one of the perimeter guys? Stevenson got hot for a minute to start the second half and hasn't done anything since then. Of course, Clark has been good. Knoll hasn't been as good as he was last night when he was just awesome. But this is going to be an interesting decision. And, of course, all of that can be affected on the other end by what Drexel decides to do. How much are they going to switch? Are they going to be really aggressive with it, or are they going to stay between their man and the basket? And, of course, if they do get a missed shot, they've got to rebound the basketball and finish that possession.
Both teams made the quarterfinals of this tournament last year. 2nd-seeded Charleston knocked off then 10th-seeded Stony Brook 74-52. And UNCW beat the 5-seed Drexel by 5. Drexel had a big lead. Lost that, a heartbreaker. Had some players injured. Had to leave on crutches, as Zach Spiker reminded us in our chat with him this week. So, a lot of emotion going into this do-or-die game tonight. Here we go. Shot clock turned off. 2-point Dragon lead. Here's Clark. Who'll take the shot? It's Clark off a screen for the tie. He's got it! Aaron Clark knots the game up at 80.
Clutch again.
Moore across the timeline in a tie game. Moore, baseline for Turner, lost the handle, lost it a second time. Clark, three-quarter court, just short. Almost won the game for Stony Brook from deep. We're tied 80 apiece and headed to a second overtime in DC.
Three-quarter court went off the front of the rim.
I thought he had it for a second, Mac. I thought he had it.
This is so nice. Pull up. Turner wasn't really aggressive on the edge right there. And Aaron Clark has just been so good. Heady, crafty, savvy. What do you want to say?
All those things and more. We tied the game, and he almost won the game with this three-quarter court shot. This was online. This just barely missed.
Wow, inches.
From our angle, I really thought he had it.
Inches.
I thought he fished it, actually. And with Clark and Noel, nothing would surprise you.
No,
These guys have
not
been
at
awesome
all.
in this tournament.
Not at all. You didn't expect it to go in, but it would not have been a shocker.
19 last night against Northeastern, 20 for Clark tonight. 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He's been amazing. Wanting his career to continue. The grad student transfer from Sacred Heart. Double overtime and still no Williams.
You know the two guys that are looking forward to this overtime? Mado and House.
No, I thought you meant Dave and Mac, because we were looking forward to it too.
Oh, yeah. I meant on the floor.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Here's House. Career night for him already.
Good job by Fry. He's known as a shooter, but he's done a good job defensively tonight.
Moore gets the pick from Turner. Perkins, kick out. Moore 5 of the timer. Pump fake, tough shot. Lane extended, can't hit it. Turner ahead on the rebound. Comes to Stevenson Moore. And here's Stony Brook looking for a lead now.
Drexel had the lead in the first overtime. Let's see who's going to get the advantage in the second one.
Clark just has that will, Coach. He will not see the season end on his watch. Amazing tonight. Stevenson Moore, the leading scorer, has been saddled with 4 fouls forever, it seems. Launches over Okrus, can't hit it, and House has the rebound. Bergen's thinking about a 3. Kick back House. He likes that 3 ball. Not this time, a little short. Stevenson Moore elevates for his 6th rebound of the game.
House may have been too wide open.
That step in 3, looked like he had it. Clark needs help. Bailout. Return to Clark. The will to win. 2 more! Aaron Clark is incredible.
Advantage Clark.
23 for Mido, 22 for Clark. And how about Stony Brook with the lead? Moore lost it. Noel takes it. Here's Dean Noel. Challenged by Turner. Stevenson Moore trying to follow with a big hammer. A lot of contact. Bergen's got him. That was a dangerous looking play physically when Tyler Stevenson Moore came down onto the court. Fifth foul on Bergens. He's gone for the game. Boy, so glad Stevenson Moore is okay with that awkward fall.
Yeah, he was up there. He is such a spectacular athlete.
So Coach Amari Williams out with a hamstring injury, and now Zach Spiker further shorthanded as Bergens is fouled out.
Yeah, Bergens played a lot of minutes tonight. They played with 2 point guards most of the game, certainly most of the second half. And of course, ironically, that play occurred because of only the 4th turnover on Drexel all night long. We've played 47 minutes.
Amazing. 10 total turnovers in the game. And the Drexel fans incredulous here. They thought as the 2 seed, this would be a fairly easy win. They're going to need some of that Drexel energy now Down 2 key players. Williams clearly not near coming back in, Coach. He doesn't look like he's ready to come back in the game at all.
No, I think that decision's been made. Not on the bike, not trying to stretch. And it's a shame.
Yeah, he's cooled down now. Got to wonder and worry for Drexel about the next round if they survive Stony Brook. That won't be easy. Stevenson more to the free throw line. One more.
Big. Ran the floor. Hasn't had a great game for him, but ran the floor, made the play, now steps to the free throw line where he is very good. 85% on the year.
11 points for the grad student. 26 of 31 games, double figures for Stevenson Moore this year. Cans 2. And look at Stony Brook with a 2-possession lead here into the second overtime. Now you feel it's desperation time for Drexel.
Yeah, you kind of feel like they almost have to score on this possession.
House watched by Stevenson Moore with the 4 fouls. Trying to get the 5th. Turnaround jumper off the glass, can't hit it. House the 1-2 creates. Okrus one more for Moore. Look at the handles. Ankle breaker move on Knoll. Passing that low for Turner, who goes back to the free throw line after heavy contact under the basket. Looking for the and one. He got hit hard down there.
Moore
and if it's
again.
Stevenson Moore, that's it. I think he's fouled out, Coach. That's it. He's done.
Guys, he is claiming the foul is on someone else, but they might look at it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
He is very surprised it's on him.
Yeah, maybe we can see it again.
It's a really big call.
And he's been guarding House for a while with those 4 fouls. And House has the size advantage. He's done a good job. Contested him on the first shot of this possession.
Agreed. 12 points, 4 of 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, Stevenson Moore.
Correction, the foul is on number 13.
It's on Dean. No, it's not on Stevenson Moore. That's a big difference between 13 and 14 in the red jersey.
Yeah.
So Stevenson Moore stays in the game. That's huge.
Not only is he a good player, but he's also a pretty good official.
Apparently so. He knew it wasn't on him. Wow. That is a huge reversal.
Big
So
break
here's
for
Turner.
Stony Brook.
Yeah.
Big break for Stony Brook.
Turner, big free throw.
Turner's got a nice stroke. And his number's not that bad. It's 68%. He's been about 50% most of tonight.
Plays 15 minutes a game. Got a good game tonight. 11 points, 9 boards. Hits 2 big free throws for Drexel. And Williams is back in the game here, Coach.
I'm really surprised.
Me too. Monroe is returned as well here for Drexel. Second overtime. It's the first we've seen of him right in overtime at all here. Sat out the first OT. Clark, Williams on the ground, hustling hard, look out. Clark's hurt, grabbing his left knee. There was a lot of contact with Williams, who went on the court hard against Aaron Clark.
Oh, and they've called a foul on Williams.
That's his 3rd, he can't believe it. Reacting with incredulity here.
So no foul there. And I guess there's where they're calling the foul. See if we can get a better look at it here. One, I guess, kind of piled on the, trying to go for the tie-up.
Hard to believe only 19 fouls, Mac, in the second half, in a second overtime against Drexel.
Back-to-back really big calls that have gone in Stony Brook's favor here.
This is a one-on-one for Clark. Apparently okay. His first free throw appearance of the game. Cans it.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
There's no question about that. He has made clutch shot after clutch shot.
78.6% from the line. Williams quickly out. Didn't play very much there with that injured hamstring. Turner is back in. Clark hits 2. Back to a 2-possession game. What a game tonight from DC. Been fun to watch. Double overtime.
Nice switch right there. Good communication by Stony Brook. Here's the one that's been getting him in a little bit of trouble.
Moore needs help. Clark is hurt off the ball. And Monroe got fouled on the way up. And Clark might be bleeding here. He's holding his face. This has been a physical game, Coach.
It really has. And again, like to your point earlier, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers. Most of the free throws in the game have been shot in the overtime periods.
One more free throw for the lefty.
70% on the year.
Double figures for him tonight. Williams back in. Looks like it's going to be situational.
Yeah,
for Zach Spiker the rest of the way here.
Yep.
2 big free throws.
Yeah, 11
canned
points.
by Lucas Monroe.
Kind of a quiet 11 points and 5 rebounds.
Grad student transfer from Penn. Fry, one of 2 brothers from that family on the Stony Brook roster. Back in for Gino Ford. 1 possession game. Stevenson Moore. 12 points, 7 boards for him. Over Williams. Long 3. Misfires. Rebound pulled down by Butler. Moore on the move. Kick out Butler. Reverse layup for 2. What a move. Ties the game.
Everybody wants to see more of this.
I mean, how many OTs you want to go through here, Matt? I'm up for 3. You? Are you?
I am good with
Let's
it.
do this. Clark again a 3. Back iron miss. Stevenson Moore hand on it. Loose rebound. Who's got it? It's Knoll. In amongst the trees. For Mido. Hits another shot. 25 for Mido. Extends his career high. And the Seawolves back up by 2. Timeout for Drexel. What a game. What a game.
Good players making big time plays on the biggest stage of the year. Win or go home, partner.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it, Mac.
And we talked about the score not being the same as that first game. It may end up being almost exactly like that game.
Just needed double overtime to get that far, right? What a move from Butler. Reverse layup. And Mido continues a huge night.
Butler's got that scorer's mentality. He's a really good one-on-one player, and he just probed until he found an opening, and all of a sudden he was wide open on the backside of the basket.
Career game for Mido. Transfer from Fairfield. He shot 54% in his career as a Stag.
Zach Spiker has been going to the ball screen, either initially or a screen into the ball screen to try to get the mismatch, either for Justin Moore against the big man or for Garfield Turner down low against whoever happens to be guarding Justin Moore. And it has paid off. They've gotten the ball inside in a scoring position. But of course, Yame Butler, the last time down, ended up being the beneficiary of everybody spreading out and trying to guard as hard as they could.
Mac, this is our first double overtime game in the CAA Championship since the 2015 semifinals. William & Mary beat Hofstra 92-91. There has never been a 3 overtime game in CAA tournament history.
Yeah, hold that thought.
Maybe tonight. I mean, I'm ready. There's Hofstra hanging out. Want to get in the court as soon as possible. Got the Hofstra Energy shooting shirts on.
Hey, it's been a really good, high-level game. Our great crew has given us wonderful pictures.
Delaware Hofstra getting set for the next game. But this classic continues. Plenty of time left. Seawolves by 2, trying for their first ever trip in school history to the CAA semifinals. Out of the timeout, 20 to shoot. Butler watched by Knoll. More up top, 15 to shoot. He'll float in, way too strong. Butler almost ran away from the rebound for a moment there, then gathers and lays it in. What a shot.
Yeah, there were two guys looking at it. Finally, Butler grabs it, makes another really huge basket. They're all big at this point.
Wow. What a play. And a timeout called by Gino Ford and Stony Brook.
He's got two really smart, big playmaking guards. And Stevenson Moore goes into that category too. It's the layup off the glass. Everybody went to block it, and that happened so many times.
That was Monroe, my fault. Monroe gathered that offensive rebound, laid it in. Incredible. But you're right, he looked to his teammate. You got it. Who's got it? I'll take it.
You got three outstanding guards who had incredible games last night. And then you've got Fitzmores and Mado who have played really, really well. Only one true big on the floor for Zach Spiker, and that's Garfield Turner. So the size may be where Stony Brook looks, although, gosh, I love the ball in the hands of all three of those guards.
So if you're thinking about the 2015 tournament, William Mary beat Hofstra 92-91. That was in double overtime. As we mentioned, never a 3-OT game in tournament history. In the championship that year, Northeastern, Bill Cohen won his first of two titles, beat the Tribe in the championship game 72-61. All tied. Will we have three overtimes? Clark, right of the paint, leans in, he's got it! It's the and one for Aaron Clark. How about that shot? This guy will not quit.
They ISO'd Aaron Clark against Lucas Monroe. Shot fake, old school, jumped into him, drew the contact, and made the basket. They cleared the whole side for him, bumps him off, pump fake.
Clark and Mito have been incredible tonight. Clark has tied his career highs, somehow hangs, hits through the contact, and a chance for a three-point play, and of course he makes it. 3-point game. Here's Moore. Shot clock turned off. Drexel's got to have something here quickly. Moore on a bounce. It's kicked there by Mito. Can't reset the shot clock to 20. There's no shot clock. 8.2.
Yeah, Stevenson
it's out of bounds.
Stevenson Moore blew up the dribble handoff right there they were trying to run, and then Moore reacted and dribble penetrated. But at this point, they're going to have to go for the three. I don't think they have time to score and create another possession.
Nope, not enough time. And Zach Spiker going to draw it up right now. Try to tie this game up. You could foul if you're Stony Brook. It would mean 2 free throws for the Dragons.
Yeah, and I'm a foul guy. You know, when the only thing you don't want to do is foul a guy in the act of shooting a three.
Good point.
But barring that, I would absolutely be in favor of fouling. And if I'm Zach Spiker, I'm probably looking at something, maybe misdirection, maybe something to the opposite side of the floor, trying to take advantage of Stony Brook being aggressive and denying the basketball in bounds. But again, we've had this wonderful chess match all night long between two really good guys and even better coaches, if that's possible.
What a game tonight. Drexel, great season, the 2 seed. Hanging on for dear life here. Stony Brook looking for win number 19 on the season. Here we go, 8.2 to go. House gathers, passes Okras. 3 seconds left, back to House in the corner for the tie. It's way too long, it's a miss. It's out of bounds, the baseline. 6/10 left, it is Drexel ball here. Not over yet.
What an incredible play. Involving plenty of time to get it inbounds and then get House in the corner. That was really well done. And got a really good look at it, but Failed to make it this time, although he's just had an incredible night. 7 out of 11 from long range.
28 points, a career best, but that three for the tie did not connect.
Get the ball in bounds, draw the defense, and here comes House from the other corner all the way across the formation and got a really good look.
Now Gino Ford's team got to defend this last attempt at a three. It's got to be fired in quickly and shot quickly with 6/10 left.
Yeah, now you absolutely don't want to foul. So you're trying to make sure they've got exactly the right time.
Well, tenths of a second are critical here, Mac.
Yep.
If there's more restore, this is really big. Let's see.
In either direction, this would be big.
Absolutely. Matt Potter, Bert Smith, Brent Hampton, on-court officiating crew here tonight.
Yeah, and it's been a physical game, like you said, but this crew's done a really good job. Hadn't gotten out of hand, and there have been a lot of bang-bang plays.
First game, an incredible matchup between these two. The second, a classic. Double overtime, tying the longest game ever in Ncaa tournament history. Zach Spiker's trying to draw up another OT here.
This will be the biggest upset of the tournament so far.
No doubt.
Been a couple one-seed differentials, but 7 versus 2.
Looks like we're going to stick with 6/10 here, Matt.
They bumped it up 1.
Oh, up 1 to 7. 7/10. Okay. More to inbound. See if they try to free up House. Here we go. Trying to tie it. 7/10 on the board. Moore needs somebody. House, it's picked. Stevenson Moore. There's the hole and there's the game. Stony Brook advances to the semifinals for the first time in school history. In double overtime, the Seawolves knock out second-seeded Drexel.
What a win. So much going on. Amari Williams injured, not getting to play significant minutes. And of course, the team that played last night with that experience versus the team that had the bye. I don't know that any of that had to do with what a great game we saw.
We saw some history. Tied for the longest game, Ncaa tournament history. Williams, incredible career, incredible time at Drexel, along with Okris and House. They've been so emblematic of a fantastic run for Zach Spiker. Championship in 21, but not in 24, because Stony Brook is through to the semis. There's some happy Seawolves over there.
Charleston and Towson